Hey everyone, I had a really good week, which is why I decided to record another video. I thought of a lot of different things that I could talk to you guys about. I figured, I'll try to do these once a week. I'm currently weighing in at 226, so I lost a pound. What have I done this week that was healthy? I think the biggest thing is I downloaded this app called MyFitness. You can log everything you eat. What it also does, it helps track your macronutrients. So your macronutrients are your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fat, right? All the things that make up calories. Another thing I did is that in the first time in over 3 months, I incorporated high-intensity interval training into my workout again. I also added a much-needed weekly rest day. Back in November, I decided that since I was doing low-intensity steady-state cardio, that I would run every single day, 7 days a week. I have found that it was already becoming not very sustainable. As my workouts get more intense, if I feel I need to add another rest day, then I will. I dropped below 34% body fat for the first time since I got the Weight Watcher scale I have, which determines body fat. I got it in December 2014, so well over a year ago. I'm losing exactly what I want, which is losing fat. I've been watching a few YouTubers. I'll leave the links to their channels in the description below. They all have a lot of content. They talk about a lot of different things in regards to fitness, in regards to health. Some unhealthy things that I've done. I hurt my back a few days ago, not even doing a back exercise, which was kind of weird. Then I went to go run on the treadmill, and for the first time in over 3 months, when I started doing the low intensity steady state cardio, I couldn't finish a run. So that was kind of disappointing. Every night this week, I've gotten less than 7 hours of sleep. On Sunday, I allowed myself a cheat day, and I had pizza. And I ended up binge eating 5 slices of pizza.
I eat too many pizza.
Let's get down to the main thing that I actually want to talk about. Different types of diets. There are really just 2 types of diets, but there are subcategories. Feel free to do your own research. The main type of diet that most people follow is an omnivorous diet, omnivore. So that means that you will eat meat and plants, right? You eat anything. And this is the type of diet that most people follow. There are subcategories. The first one is pollitarian. That means that you exclude red meats. You eat poultry meats. Those are usually the only types of meats you will eat. Chicken, turkey, duck, any sort of poultry. Dairy is typically acceptable, but some choose not to eat dairy, and some may or may not choose to eat fish. There's also another category, pescatarian, and that means that you exclude red meats, you exclude poultry, and your only source of meat is fish. And you also may or may not exclude dairy. They're all omnivorous diets. The other primary form is vegetarian diet, right? So vegetarians do not eat the flesh of any animals. They don't eat red meats, they don't eat poultry, they don't eat fish, and there are subcategories to it. There is vegan. They exclude dairy and any sort of animal products at all. It's not just exclusive to food. And then there's another category which I did not know existed up until this week, called raw vegan. So a raw vegan does not eat any food that is cooked. So whereas a regular vegan, even though they're excluding all meats, they're still eating things like, pasta, certain vegetables that have to be cooked. A raw vegan doesn't eat any of that. No matter what you pick, you don't have to be exclusively anything. Now that you know about these types of diets, the question is, well, which one is best for me, right? Which one is best for my needs? We are frugivores. That was a word I've never heard of. I've heard of, carnivore, herbivore, omnivore. These are the things that, we're raised to know. So frugivore means that, that you eat a plant-based diet. And what it comes down to, the way it's classified, is the way you're biologically designed. That generally the teeth, they're flatter, and they're meant for biting into fruits, they're not meant for biting into the flesh of an animal, right? If you were to go up to a cow and try to bite into its skin, you wouldn't be able to. Some people say, well, that's not entirely true because we have canines. The definition of canine has to do with the placement of the teeth. If you look at the canines of a carnivore, like a cat, and cats are carnivores, those are really sharp. They're meant for tearing flesh. Ours are not meant for that. In relation to nutrition and general health, the consensus would be that eating vegan or raw vegan is, the more biologically, nutritionally sound thing to do. But ultimately, the diet that you pick should be the one that makes you happy and the one that makes you feel good. Whatever diet you choose to do, you should always transition into it. You should never quit anything cold turkey, because what'll happen is you'll rebound. You gave up too much too fast. Whatever you do, you kind of have to take baby steps towards. Just be sure that you do your research, that you know how much of any type of food you should be getting. Tracking your macronutrients will definitely help. You want to have a balanced diet, and you can do that with any one of these diets. So I also quickly want to talk about cleanses and fad diets. For example, you've probably heard about the Master Cleanse, or the lemonade diet as it's also called. For 10 days, you only drink a variation of lemonade, and the whole theory behind it is that it detoxes your body. Beyonce has done it. I think a few other celebrities have done it, and like they lost weight doing it. And of course, if you starve yourself, you will lose weight. But that's not the healthy way to go, because one of two things will happen. One, you will starve yourself and die, or you will find that it's not sustainable, because it's not, and then you start to eat the way that you ate before you got into the cleanse, and you end up gaining all the weight back. Another one I want to talk about is the Quantum Cleanse, and this one I tried. It's a 21-day cleanse. There's no meat, no artificial sugars, so sugar from fruit is okay, but no sugar from anything else. No alcohol, no caffeine, no gluten. I did it for 2 days successfully, and on the third day, by dinner time, I ended up binging. What I ended up doing is I did a variation of the diet, and then I stuck with it for like a solid 8 months. I allowed myself fish and dairy and alcohol. And I did end up losing a lot of weight that way, but part of it also came down to my portions, working out. But doing that cleanse just as is definitely not sustainable. Any cleanse you're doing, you're likely starving yourself, because you're cutting out so much of your diet. A lot of people who do cleanses, they feel exhausted, they feel tired. What you want to do if you're trying to lose weight, you want to lose the weight and you want to keep it off, right? You want it to be a sustainable model. You have to make sure that whatever choices you're making for your diet are choices that you could theoretically keep up for a lifetime, for the rest of your life. So these are the diets I mentioned before are diets that you can definitely look into and see which one is best for you in terms of your general health, in terms of weight loss. But anything that is a cleanse, anything that just kind of seems like a fad diet, stay away from it. Thank you for watching my video. I'll try to have another video up next week. Please subscribe to my channel. Any little bit helps. Just the fact that you're sitting here watching this is already a big help. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great week.